Before I could even start the talk, let me introduce myself to you guys. You guys might be knowing, like you guys might have read about me. My Twitter handle is Storytell and Hacker. My name is Hrishikesh Somchatwar. I'm the OAS Nagpur chapter lead. I have like when you guys see the slides, get the slides, you'll be able to see my email address as well. Yeah, now you can see that. This is my email address for OAS Nagpur, and this is my personal email address. Um, so, I've been a speaker and trainer at various security conferences such as B-Sides Delhi, B-Sides Ahmedabad, Cocoon, Hackfest Canada, DefCamp Romania, B-Sides Ahmedabad, and etc. So, yeah. So, I'm a hardware and radio hacking enthusiast. My interest lies in hardware hacking, the core level of hardware hacking, sometimes the electronics with it, sometimes the mathematics which is required for it as well. I'm also like in the process of learning that. And yeah, so I have a podcast named as The Storytelling Hacker, which is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. And you can also check my Instagram, the public Instagram account only. And I also have a website. The website's domain extension has been changed now. First, it was storytellinghacker.com. Now it is storytellinghacker.org. So make sure that you guys also visit to the website and just look out what are the things which are happening with me. So, first and foremost, disclaimer, we are building a hardware hacking lab here. So, there will be no wireless stuff. I mean, like, I might discuss about one or two things when it's related to wireless hacking, but they might be just a freestyle thing. I mean, like, I will not be, I have not prepared anything when it comes to wireless for now. So, specifically for you guys, I have not prepared anything. When if it's BLE, if it's RTL SDR, if it's software, if it's some sort of a software defined radio, this content won't be here. But the basic level of hardware hacking which is required for you guys will be there. So, first things first, like what are we going to discuss into this conversation? Talk, I would say. Tools and tools. The first most important thing, like there is always a problem that people don't understand the value of tools sometimes. If sometimes they do, then they don't use it properly. And if sometimes some people don't have the idea about tools as well. And so yeah, tools and teardowns. Sometimes like the teardowns includes the messed up thing which I did, and by messed up things I mean the mistakes which I did while I was hacking into hardwares. So I have a couple of things with me which I'm going to show on the camera, and I hope the small laptop's camera won't be will be like okay for you guys to see because I don't have a big camera. However, I'm going to show you guys something very interesting, and I have a surprise in the middle of this talk for specifically for all of you guys, the people who are watching this talk. So even if the slides get shared somewhere, obviously we are going to like talk about some hardware breaking, like breaking into hardware, which includes the teardowns and the mistakes which I did, and some root shells as well. So there you go, like so popping into some root shells via serial connections and things like that. So yeah, here's the agenda. I'll be discussing about the affordable low cost hardware hacking tools. I'm going to discuss how you can use these tools, how you can do basic hardware level attacks with these tools, how you can sort of do how you can do basic attacks with these tools, an abstract level explanation of the communication protocols, the all the communication protocols which will be discussed here, and yeah. So my failures while hardware hacking with cheap tools. One of the most important thing, like I believe that some people are learning from my mistakes, I'm okay with it, and I will be able to share some of them with you guys since it's just a 1 hour talk, and the total cost to build your own hardware hacking lab is going to be less than $46. I mean, like I have put it into an Indian currency, but that is fine. I mean, like um, that's why That's why we are here, right? To discuss about the tool, discuss about the affordable tools and hardware recon 101 as well. So lastly, I'm going to show you guys how you can do a quick reconnaissance of your own hardware. And I mean, like, do some information gathering with it and find the way how you will be able to attack the hardware. So I have a dummy hardware with me, so I'm going to show that with you, show that to you guys as well. And that's a real world product. Like, it's not a normal. I mean, like, it's not a specifically designed hardware which is specifically designed to show you guys that the hardware works. It is a real life device. So stay tuned. Now, okay. So here's the problem, that hacking things is hard, but I mean, like, hacking the things is not that hard, to be honest, guys. I mean, come on, you will be able to find a lot of resources over the internet. Sometimes it's because of your own practice and your own hard work. So finding the right tools is the most important thing, I believe. It is the most tough part when it comes to hardware hacking. So yeah, hacking things is not hard, but finding the right tools is. Now, what's the solution? This is the solution, that build your own hardware hacking lab. I mean, how many of you guys might be thinking that after seeing a Wi-Fi router or something, that like, even after having the set of confidence that you'll be able to do the hacking part, but how many of you guys have gone into a problem that, dude, I don't have the sufficient tools to do so? Because even if you decide to get into hardware hacking, a time comes that people get frustrated and they get like, what do we say, they come into a huge problem and sadness that they don't have the enough tools. So this is the solution for that. Why don't we just build our own hardware hacking lab? So let's start off things, guys. I mean, like, I'm not gonna waste much more time. Let's discuss about the tools. So this is the most important. I mean, like, every tool I'm going to discuss here is important, but I believe that like, I'm not sure, but I believe that I have kept it in a priority wise. So the first priority comes to the screwdriver kit. So multimeter. uh, so you guys might have seen multimeter everywhere, but why is it used? It's used. It's not the conductivity test; it's a continuity test. So to do the continuity test, the multimeter has been used. 197 plus 337. This is the, like, for doing the continuity test. Here we go. And so the next thing is, the third thing is, I think this is the third thing. So this is the isopropyl alcohol. Now the soldering iron. It costs for only 100 rupees. So the total cost going here is 754 rupees now. Now the header pins. Header pins are used for UART attacks and JTAG as well. Like, you can do JTAG attacking with that as well. And the soldering flux. Now the thing about soldering flux here is that now the soldering wire lead is also known as the soldering wire. So the cost of soldering wire here is 161 rupees. So the total cost coming here now is 1315. Now the USB to TTL connect. This is one of the most important thing when you're starting things off with hardware hacking. And yeah, Arduino is a microcontroller. It's an 8-bit microcontroller. You can get the Arduino for almost 475 rupees. So the total cost coming here is 2373. Now the SWD connectors. Now this is specifically used for connecting the SWD pin. Now the breadboards, for basic electronics, breadboards are one of the most important things. Now the firmware tools here. This is one of the most important tools if you are doing firmware dumping with hardware. Dump in firmwares and do some hardware hacking with it. So the total money which has cost around here is 3694, which is almost $46. So one more microcontroller. Since I have talked about Arduino, it will be very wrong if I don't discuss about the STM32 in it. So the STM32 here is an ARM-based microcontroller. So it is an open source hardware, but it is optional to have it. I mean, like, so jumper wires, of course, like, build your hardware hacking lab. So jumper wires, here you go, like, jumper wires are required. So UART. First, let's understand what is UART. The full form of UART here is Universal Asynchronous Receive and Transmit. So this is a serial based communication. This is how a UART connection is being done. The RX pin is going the TX pin goes to the RX pin. The TX pin goes to the RX pin. This is the GND. GND means ground. So there is also one GND kept over here. The reason why you do continuity test is to find the ground pins, the RX pins, the TX pins, and things like that. Now, since you have already found that out, we guys don't have to do that, and then we have to do some soldering. So you have this USB to TTL connector. You guys can see that there are some set of pins over there. You just need to connect it to your own header files, header pins, the headers, the pin headers, and then connect it to your Linux machine and use Minicom, and then you'll be able to set the baud rate, and then you'll be able to get the root shell of that particular device. Now, there's one more attack which I wanted to discuss is the JTAG. JTAG's full form is Joint Test Action Group. You guys, this is how the JTAG pin looks like. You'll be able to find the JTAG pins with visual inspection. So generally JTAG has a numerous set of pinouts, but I have discussed only about the 8 pins thing here, over here. Solder your header pins to it and then connect it with your own jumper wires. And instead of Minicom, you'll in a Linux machine, all you have to do is just to use OpenOCD with the given baud rate. Baud rate is bits per second. Like I said, there are different types of JTAG. This is the 20 pin JTAG here, which is based on the ARM architecture. This is the ARM architecture, but it has 10 pins in it. So there are different types of JTAGs, and these are the pins. So this is the, like what we say, the JTAG and SWD connector. Like I said, SWD has, instead of TMS, TCK, TDO, TDI, SWD has a different pins. It has SDWIO, SWD clock, SWD1. So SWD stands for serial wire debug. How failures in hardware teardowns. Now, there is a set of thing which I have observed in a number of people, that they are scared to do hardware hacking because they might damage the hardware. And this is really true. If you're doing things with hardware, then the damage done is permanent. So make sure that you guys get your basics cleared, and only then do the part with it, do the hardware hacking part with it. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. See you guys. Bye bye.